The sun is shining, tailgates are humming, and we're getting set for another terrific college football matchup. Glad to have you with us from Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Bears will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Marshall Thundering Herd will go on offense first to start this game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Great coverage, and it's so hard when the ball's thrown down the field to stay patient. Like, not to grab the guy, not to start to overreact to the football. Nice job staying a little bit patient when the ball got there, deflecting it, knocking it down.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone is on action. Defense.
Defense way over-eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. Back to throw. It's long. Makes the pass. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. Marshall will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Bears offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bears! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and more. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it.
And that ball is live in the backfield. And the fumble goes out of bounds, and they'll lose a few on that play. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's long. Unloads to the right.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the field.
Turning it on! He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. Wants to throw on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's long. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Between the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's gone. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Setting up the screen. Oh, a lot of space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. He's got it. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Bears are flying down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Boyd. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on second down. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. And the Bears, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He'll take it himself. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri State.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Old Dominion has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 14 to East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now improvising. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day. Quarterback on the keeper.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Thundering Herd faces a third and short. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
Fourth down and short, and where do they put the ball? In the hands of their quarterback. This guy is so good. They trust him. He runs the option and keeps it himself and gets just...
Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches.
Lots of running room. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Marshall quick to the line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Oh, they're after him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's long. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Gets rid of it.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
And this one splits the uprights. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Bears are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. He'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They've had a couple of drives bogged down, had to settle for field goals, and now they'll try to get it into the end zone this time. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To throw, it's long. Get it out on the screen. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. This quarterback part of their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Herd! A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they cut it to a 14-13 game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes with the return. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, you can see why this team thinks this kid has a real bright future. It's amazing. He's only a true freshman. He's not built like one, though, and you saw it on that last play. Trust me, that is the first of many sacks in this kid's collegiate career.
Makes the grab over the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Bears decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's long. There's the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game. But finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far. Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Going right to work up top. Here's the heat. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Bears want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep...
There he goes to the left. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success with it.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Bears will call on their punt team. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Leaves it with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
The give to the back. And some room to work. There he goes. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run. And the Bears just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Off play action on first down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping. The defense was ready for that.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, going up top. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
No good. Still down by 2. Chance to take the lead out the window. Guys, tough break there.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. It's long. Got it set up on the outside. Puts it on in midfield. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. Slithers into space. There he goes. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Really need to find a productive play this time on second and long. Oh, he's looking to throw. It's incomplete, and they've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down. The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that first down marker. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds him out of the backfield. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. He splits the uprights. They extend the lead to 5 here in the third. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Boyd. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looks as if he's going to run it.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Quick release on the RPO. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Bears will punt it away on fourth down. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up third and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play. Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's long. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback running on the draw. Pick up of 5. It'll be third down and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. Takes it from the gun on third down. Got his man quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Right down the boulevard.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy. Coming out with it, it's Davis.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the move, it's Townsend. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Quick toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
On the option, the pitch. Wide open spaces. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. As they come to the line, 90 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. They'll move the tight end. They'll run the option. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Looking for space. It's Wallace. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. It's a seam wide, headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Marshall! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. The give on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Hit as he throws. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Bears will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. From midfield, looking for room. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. Wide receiver comes in motion. Power football with the run. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a second and short. Goes to the option. Give to the running back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Marshall comes to the line facing third and long. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's long. And this is going to be incomplete on third. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Duke has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up 14 over UConn. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. And he's all almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He'll do it himself. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They'll run for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. They'll try the run. Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Marshall might go for a big play here on second and short. On the run, it's Webb. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's first down from their own 23-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Marshall might try to catch this defense thinking run here on second and inches. Using his feet. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. The give to the back. Turning on the Jets. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They're going to ride this running back.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on third down. Now on the move. Runs through a tackle. They don't get nearly enough on third down. Fourth down coming from the 48. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The short hands. It's Drake. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. And the Bears can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. This offense has it with really good field position. He'll toss it. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Gets it past the marker. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. Got some room headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Marshall looking for the score on 1st and goal. He'll try to slam it in. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! And the route is on. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And he added the extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Boyd. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
He's loose. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Boyd. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quick strike complete. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a second down play. Pocket breaking down. Here's a throw downfield late.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
I know he didn't pick up a first down, but, man, he makes this fourth down way more manageable. It's tough when you got fourth in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.